What's up, dream chasers? Welcome back to the channel where we chase dreams, break limits, and live life on our terms. Today, we're diving into something every successful person has mastered: mental toughness. We're talking Navy SEAL level resilience. If you've ever felt like fear or self-doubt was holding you back, this video is for you. Let's go crush those mental barriers together. Now, the Navy SEALs are known for pushing through the impossible, right? But here's the thing, they aren't born with superhuman grit. They build it, and you can too. The first lesson in developing mental toughness is about fear. We've all experienced it. Your heart races, your palms sweat, and your mind starts spinning with worst-case scenarios. Fear can feel paralyzing, but here's a game changer. Fear isn't the enemy. In fact, fear can be your friend and teacher, but only if you learn to listen to it in the right way. Consider this. Fear exists to protect us. It's hardwired into our brain's survival system. However, most of the time, fear shows up when we're not actually in real danger. It's like an overprotective friend screaming, "Don't do it," when you're just trying to take a risk that could lead to personal growth. Think back to a time when you were terrified to try something new, like a job interview or giving a speech. Once you got through it, didn't you feel stronger? That's the power of facing your fears. Navy SEALs have a saying, "Embrace the suck." They purposely put themselves in terrifying and uncomfortable situations repeatedly. This practice is known as controlled exposure. The more they confront their fears, the better they learn to manage their responses to them. They don't panic, they adapt. But how can we apply this in our daily lives? Start with something small. For example, if you fear public speaking, begin by speaking in front of one friend. Then gradually increase the audience to 5 friends, and eventually to a small group. This way, you teach your brain that the fear is not life-threatening. Here's a tip. Keep a fear journal. Write down instances where fear has held you back and reflect on what actually occurred. Most of the time, you'll find that the fear was merely a mental illusion. Fear is something we all experience. It's that tight feeling in your chest when you're about to step outside your comfort zone. Whether starting a new career, giving a presentation, or facing a life challenge. But what if I told you that fear isn't something to avoid? Fear is actually a signal, a sign that you're on the brink of growth. Let's consider it from a different perspective. Fear arises when you're about to do something meaningful. It's your mind's way of saying, "Hey, this matters." If you learn to reframe fear as an indication that you're pushing your limits, you can change it from a roadblock into a motivator. Psychologists refer to this as the growth zone. It's the space between comfort and panic where real progress occurs. Fear seeks to push you back into your comfort zone, but stepping into your growth zone fosters resilience and confidence over time. Consider this. The things that frighten you today could become the things you excel at tomorrow. That's why Navy SEALs utilize controlled exposure. They don't aim to eliminate fear. Instead, they train themselves to confront it in manageable steps. By consistently pushing their limits, they develop the ability to remain calm under pressure. The same tactic applies in everyday life. For instance, if you fear public speaking, begin with small exposures. Practice in front of a friend, then a small group. As you repeat this process, your brain starts to perceive the fear as less daunting. Fear doesn't vanish by simply waiting for the right moment. Instead, it diminishes through action. Each time you take a step forward, despite feeling afraid, you create a new neural pathway in your brain. Over time, you'll stop freezing in fear and will begin to confront it head-on like a warrior. All right, dream chasers, here's your action plan. 1. Identify one fear that's holding you back, whether it's public speaking, networking, or trying something new. 2. Break it down into small, manageable steps. 3. Take the first step today. Not tomorrow or next week, but today. Remember, fear is like a shadow. It looks bigger than it really is. Once you confront it, it shrinks. Keep moving toward your dreams. If this resonates with you, hit that like button and share in the comments. What fear are you ready to face? Together, we've got this. The upcoming lesson is about how to focus on the next step, not the whole journey. Imagine standing at the base of a giant mountain with the goal of reaching its summit. As you look up, the task feels overwhelming, almost impossible. The journey appears to be endless, and self-doubt begins to creep in. But here's the secret. Instead of focusing on the entire mountain, concentrate on just taking the next step. The principle of breaking down challenges into manageable steps is used by some of the toughest individuals on the planet, Navy SEALs. During their rigorous training, which includes freezing ocean swims and endless physical drills, they don't focus on surviving an entire week. Instead, they concentrate on one goal: just make it to the next meal. In life, we often feel overwhelmed by the vastness of our dreams. However, success isn't achieved by taking one giant leap. It's about taking one small, intentional step at a time. Focusing on small, achievable goals has a powerful effect on your brain. Each time you complete a step, your brain releases dopamine, which is often referred to as the feel-good chemical. This little boost of happiness motivates you to continue making progress. Psychologists refer to this phenomenon as the progress principle. Small wins create momentum, and that momentum leads to long-term success. Here's a clearer version of the text. Let me share an example. A friend of mine wanted to run a marathon, but when she thought about running the entire 26.2 miles, she felt overwhelmed with anxiety. However, when she focused on taking smaller steps, first running 1 mile, then 2, and eventually 5, she began to build her confidence. In the end, she completed the entire marathon successfully. Here's how you can apply this to your life right now. 1. Break down your goal into smaller milestones. Want to write a book? Start by writing 1 page a day. Want to build a business? Focus on your first client. 2. Celebrate each win. Whether it's completing a workout or nailing a presentation, every small step matters. There's a technique called chunking down, which is often used in elite performance coaching. This method involves taking a seemingly massive goal and breaking it down into smaller, actionable tasks. For example, if your dream is to launch a successful YouTube channel, you might start by writing your first script, recording your first video, editing that video. Before you know it, you'll have your first upload. Each step you complete builds momentum for the next, making the entire process feel more manageable. There will be moments when the journey feels long and progress seems slow. That is normal. During these times, focus on the present. Ask yourself, what is one thing I can do right now to move forward? It could be something as simple as sending an email or making a phone call. One small step is enough. Keep stacking those steps, and before you know it, you'll look back and see how far you have come. Remember, don't try to climb the entire mountain all at once. Take it one step at a time. Focus on progress, not perfection. Have you ever noticed the things you tell yourself when you're facing a challenge? I'm not good enough. I'll never be able to do this. I always fail. Let's take a moment. Imagine if someone else said those things to you. You'd probably feel pretty crushed, right? But here's the truth. Every time you repeat those negative thoughts, your brain believes them. That belief shapes your reality. Here's how it works. Your mind can't distinguish between reality and what you tell it repeatedly. It's always listening and absorbing the narratives you create. If you keep feeding your brain thoughts like, I can't succeed, it will filter out opportunities that could assist you. This is known as confirmation bias. Your brain seeks evidence to support what you already believe. On the flip side, when you begin telling yourself empowering thoughts, I'm capable, I can figure this out, your mind works to make those beliefs a reality. This is the foundation of mental toughness. Elite performers, athletes, and even Navy SEALs harness the power of positive self-talk. When they are on the verge of giving up, they repeat mantras such as, I am strong, I will succeed, I can handle anything. Over time, this reprograms their minds to expect success, and you can do the same. Let's take a moment to explore the psychology behind positive self-talk. Engaging in positive self-talk activates areas of the brain associated with motivation and resilience. It increases dopamine, the feel-good chemical that helps you stay motivated, while also reducing cortisol, the hormone related to stress. By managing your inner dialogue, you are effectively hacking your brain to remain calm and focused under pressure. Let's do a quick exercise together. First, think about a goal you're struggling with. What negative thoughts come to mind? For example, you might think, I'll never be successful at this. Now I want you to change that perspective. Say out loud, I am learning and growing. I have everything I need to succeed. How did that feel? Even if it seems a little cheesy at first, over time, these positive affirmations can become your new default thoughts. Here's a powerful habit to strengthen your mindset. Begin and conclude your day with affirmations. Write down 3 things you believe about yourself or wish to believe, and repeat them daily. This simple practice rewires your brain. Of course, we all have negative thoughts. The goal isn't to suppress them, but to notice them and replace them with something more empowering. Here's a quick framework I use called Catch, Challenge, Change. 1. Catch the thought, become aware of it. Example, I can't do this. 2. Challenge it. Ask yourself, is this really true? What evidence do I have? 3. Change it. Replace it with a new thought. I've faced challenges before, and I can figure this out too. Let me share a personal story. When I first started this channel, I felt a lot of self-doubt. I told myself things like, no one is going to care about my content, but I knew I had to change that narrative. So every morning I would say, my voice matters. My message can inspire others. And here I am today, sharing this message with you. That shift in self-talk gave me the confidence to take consistent action, and it can do the same for you. I want to give you some powerful mantras that you can use when the going gets tough. I am stronger than my fears. I am capable of handling whatever comes my way. Progress, not perfection. Repeat them when you feel stuck. Say them with conviction. Over time, your mind will believe it. Remember, your mind is always listening. Feed it with thoughts that empower you, not thoughts that limit you. You have the power to shape your reality, one thought at a time. Now let's talk about your morning routine. Did you know that how you start your day can shape your entire mindset and productivity? Your morning routine is your secret weapon to mental toughness, focus, and success. In fact, some of the world's highest achievers, like Navy SEALs, CEOs, and top athletes, swear by their morning habits. First, let's discuss why a morning routine is so effective. Studies indicate that people with structured mornings experience higher productivity levels, reduced stress, and improved emotional resilience throughout the day. Think of it this way. When you win the morning, you create momentum. Small victories early in the day send a message to your brain, I'm in control. That confidence propels you forward. Navy SEALs begin their day with discipline. One of the first things they do is make their bed perfectly. Why? It may seem trivial, but it serves as a psychological win. You're telling your brain, I've already accomplished something. Plus, even if your day goes awry, you come home to a made bed, a symbol that you're still in control. The first step to mastering your morning is setting your mind in the right direction. How? Gratitude. Spend a few moments listing 3 things you're grateful for. This will shift your brain away from stress and scarcity and prime it to see opportunities. Try this. As soon as you wake up, think or say aloud. 1. I'm grateful for... Insert gratitude. 2. I'm excited about... Insert today's goal. This rewires your brain to focus on positivity and potential. Next up, get moving. This doesn't mean you have to run a marathon at dawn, unless that's your thing. Even just 5 to 10 minutes of stretching, yoga, or a brisk walk can kickstart your metabolism and stimulate your mind. Exercise also boosts endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that enhance focus and resilience. When you move your body, you shift your mindset from meh to motivated. No time? No problem. Try this. Do 10 jumping jacks, 10 squats, and a short stretch. That's all it takes to get your blood pumping. Once your body is awake, it's time to fuel your mind. High achievers often begin their mornings with activities that inspire learning or personal growth, such as reading a book, listening to a podcast, or practicing meditation. Example, set aside 10 minutes to read something motivational. This could be a personal development book, a success story, or even a few affirmations. You're preparing your mind to operate at a higher level throughout the day. Remember, how you feed your mind is just as important as how you feed your body. Garbage in, garbage out. Keep it positive and empowering. Here's a game changer. Visualization. Spend a few moments imagining yourself achieving your goals for the day. Close your eyes. Picture yourself delivering that perfect presentation, acing that job interview, or completing your workout. Feel the confidence. Studies show that visualization can actually enhance performance because your brain begins to believe that success is attainable. When I began utilizing visualization, I noticed that my stress levels decreased and I faced challenges with greater ease. It's as if I am rehearsing success before it even occurs. Finally, conclude your morning routine by prioritizing your tasks. Ask yourself, what is the one most important task I can accomplish today? This is your frog, the biggest, most significant task. Brian Tracy, in his book, Eat That Frog, states that tackling your hardest task first builds momentum for the rest of the day. Write it down, commit to it, and tackle it with focus. All right, dream chasers, here's your 5-step blueprint to master your mornings. 1. Gratitude and positive mindset. 2. Move your body. 3. Feed your mind. 4. Visualize success. 5. Plan your priorities. Try this for the next 7 days and see how your mindset and productivity transform. I want to hear your results, so comment below. Remember, your morning routine isn't about perfection, it's about progress. You control the first moments of your day, which gives you power over everything that follows. Let's keep pursuing those dreams. If you found this valuable, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more strategies to help you level up. Every great success story begins with a single decision to show up for yourself, and now is your time to do just that. Let's continue pursuing greatness together. Until next time, stay fearless, stay disciplined, and as always, keep chasing those dreams. You've got this.